Chancellor, Governor, General Borling, members of the Academy, fellow laureates, just absolutely incredible group of people that I get honored to sit next to. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if there are any words that I could come up with that would be adequate to say how I feel in accepting this Order of Lincoln and what it stands for and what it means. Anything that I might say, I think, would fall short. All I can say, and very humbly so, is thank you very much. This recognition will be something I cherish for the rest of my life. After I received the call from Chancellor Marshall telling me about the decision of the Academy, I really didn't know what to think. It would be the last call in the world that I would think would come to me. I don't remember a lot about our conversation. I think it was cordial. But what I do remember is afterwards I leaned back in the chair of my desk, kind of stared out into space, and I said to myself, how in the world did this happen? How is it possible that I would receive the Order of Lincoln? Well, I thought about it for a while, and I knew it wasn't just because of what I have done, it's because of all the help that I have had along the way from countless number of people that I couldn't begin to mention tonight. Certainly my parents, who taught me what was important in life and brought me to church every Sunday to hear the scriptures to reinforce that. That was a big part of my upbringing. My wife, Jean, who is sitting out here, who has been my partner for over 40 years, has been such a just wonderful person to live with, and always so reinforcing whatever I've done or whatever projects that I've been involved with in the community. And there are countless very special people in my life. I've been on the boards of quite a few not-for-profits for, I guess, maybe over 4 decades now. And I've always been amazed that of the people on the boards that would give freely of their time to make this organization better. You know, perhaps the organization serves people in crisis, perhaps it's health care, education, the arts, whatever. I've been inspired by those people. And, you know, I go to some meetings, well, let's say, you know, in the morning I might be with my associates working on some complex business issue. And then at noon I'll be at a meeting and we'll be talking about what are we going to do about poverty in Rockford? What are we going to do about sexual trafficking in Rockford? What are we going to do about this or that to make it a better community? And that brought a sense of reality to my life. Everything just isn't about work and progress and everything there. It's also about helping other people and making other institutions somewhat greater. Now, there's also something that came to me when I was born, in addition to my parents and my family and the people that I work with who have made our company successful and made it possible for our foundation to give gifts to other people. I was born with something else. I came into this world with a birthright, and that birthright was called freedom. That's very rare as we look at the history of the world. Much of history is a tragedy. But this freedom came at a heavy price. 1.1 million Americans never got a chance to live the life that I've lived. 1.1 million never got a chance to live the life that I've lived or that you are living. Approximately 1.5 million Americans have been wounded in battle. They carry scars with them, maybe on their body, maybe on their soul, their spirit, for the rest of their lives. And for them, and of course, when it comes to giving a life for freedom, that would also include Abraham Lincoln. Tonight, following this event, there's going to be a patriotic concert that our family is honored to support. It will begin with several pieces of music, and it will end with "And Forever Free." 2.5 years ago, our company sponsored an event in Rockford, not too far from here, for veterans in the area. And approximately 5,000 came, and Colin Powell was the speaker. And we had beautiful music that night, beautiful, inspiring music. Interestingly, it was the same people inspiring us with music that night as are here tonight. The RSO, directed by Steve Larson, the chorale directed by Marty Bine, and later in the program, a special composition by Emily Bear titled "The Bravest Journey." It was an incredible piece of music, and she composed that when she was only 13 years old. And "The Bravest Journey" was dedicated to all those who have served in armed forces, those who came home, those who were wounded, and then those who never came home. Every day I am aware it is because of the bravest journey that you and I will be forever free, which is what we're going to hear later. The honor you have given me, and which I will cherish, as I said, all the days of my life, also belongs to those who have helped me. My parents, my family, incredible friends. But it also belongs to the men and women of our armed forces who have sacrificed so much, who daily protect our freedom to make sure that nobody will take it away. And they, too, are part of this honor. And to be very honest, I would not be here if it wasn't for them. I don't know that any of us would be here if we weren't free. My father said so many times, I'm a very fortunate man, and the same for me. And I'll close. There was a gentleman who was a big inspiration to me. He's no longer with us, but he said, Dave, if you ever get recognized for service, you better go out and do more service. So it's kind of got me worried because this is as big as a recognition as you can get. Enjoy the rest of your evening. God bless.